We are both fascinated by the research in the field of positive psychology, but not so much from the academic lens, but really how it comes into play and practice in roles of leadership, in roles where people are trying to make change happen.
So when really you're trying to be a change maker, you're trying to provide leadership that's positive in the world, we figured out that we really need to think about it as you as the change maker yourself, like individually, what might be your practices for bringing high levels of well-being into your life so that you can actually flourish. And then we try to translate that and say, okay, once we've got ourselves solid and really understanding and then building these practices, how might we then share that with our teams? How might then we share that with the cultures of our organizations and the practices of our organizations?
Leadership at different levels and historically has been quite focused on the results and achievement. And we have, through the lens of positive psychology, have brought in elements like meaning, like the relationships that we nurture in our organizations, how positive they can be. We talk actually explicitly about positive emotions and in fact the fact that we're contagious. And I think I also want to mention the importance of knowing our strengths and being able to work in them. And if I have to add a word about this topic of vulnerability, the idea that we often think about vulnerability as weakness, and we really look at vulnerability as strength, vulnerability as courage, drawing on some of Brené Brown's work. The interesting thing is, how does that then translate? People see that intellectually, but how does that translate into us as leaders, us as change makers?
We're really at a point in time in history where we're at that place where the next big level up is going to happen. And that's where we think this idea of the flourishing changemaker, someone who is saying, I'm going to make an impact, I'm going to achieve things, we're going to do it in a meaningful way, but I'm also going to take care of myself and those around me. And that's kind of the positive leadership component. How do we really build nourishing relationships? How do we really get our people engaged in their strengths? How do we build and appreciate and expand upon our positive emotions in ways that really take our leadership and our organizations to the next level so that we can address the really intractable challenges the world has today?